there was a number of things that I wanted to explore in the movie. I think mother and son relationships, or just single parent and child and their children. I think that dynamic was really important, and I wanted people to get a better understanding of their parents if they grew up in that kind of household. I think in addition to that, just seeing a New York change and wanting to reconcile that. Just like what it meant to come of age in this era and see it changed, and particularly how it affected the Black communities like Harlem, was really important to me. Yeah, so it's crazy. It was so important to me that the character, um, she really had to feel truthful to me as this New York woman, and so we saw a lot of women just in terms of people that could not only meet the demands of the role, but also could bring that New York energy, that inner city woman's energy, and so we saw a lot of women. But by the time we actually got to Tiana's, like she stood out so obviously because it was just such a hard combination to find. But I knew she was going to be right because of not only how well she understood the character on the page, but even just how she could bring herself as this woman who was really from Harlem and bring herself as a mom. I think she just really spoke to all the layers that I was looking for in Inez.
I mean, we both from New York, so it was kind of an easy thing. It was really a lot more laughing when she was like, "Okay, we're gonna get some sunflowers." I'm like, "Yeah, yeah, yeah," So it was nothing that I really had to do to come in, really just besides get on the screen and more so bring my experience and authenticity through being a mom, like she mentioned, being from Harlem, as she mentioned, and just being an inner city, like Harlem girl. So it was an easy thing to do, but for us to come together and really more so find her layers was the most important thing.
Yeah, it was really challenging. I think it was a small movie, so I think yes, you don't have as much control and support, at all times. And she, Tiana, at the end of the day, she's still a star. So especially in the communities that we were filming, of course, there's going to be a lot of excitement, even if people mean to show us love. I think also filming during the pandemic was really hard, and that had its impact as well. So we had a lot of punches to roll with. I mean, weather as well. Like it was, but we just powered through it, and I'm proud of what we've come out with.
I mean, besides our like table reads and different things like that, I think just me being a mom, it was easy for me to just like step into that, and like immediately it was just a mother and son bond between me and all my sons. So yeah, it was easy to step into for sure. I also got a little glimpse of like what life would be like as a mom raising a teenager, so I got a little whiff of what that's gonna be like in the years to come.
Yeah, I think New York is definitely like, like a major character in the movie and maybe like the third, aside from Terry and Inez. It's interesting because it is in so many ways a love letter to New York. I mean, I think most of that love really goes to Harlem and how much I appreciate what Harlem means to not only Black identity in New York, but just like the Black community, period. And I think in some ways it's a heartbreak letter to New York because I think what I did realize, not only reflecting in what it meant to come of age in New York for me, but also just like the nuances of how the changes that happened during this era really impacted communities like Harlem. I was really disappointing. It's like, how do I feel about this city that I love so deeply doesn't love me? Is really what I came out with it feeling like.
I agree 100%.
Yeah, it's an exciting time. I mean, I'm still happy to just continue sharing the film with new audiences. I'm so like just blown by the fact that we're here in Italy and it's getting so much love already. But moving forward, I think I'm very open. Like, there's definitely a few projects that I have percolating that I'm really excited about. But I think this is a whole new chapter. I think to do a first film is such a beautiful feat. But now it's like, okay, now the it's like the what do you call it, the sandbox? I don't know. I'm just saying, like I feel like I have a full playground. I mean, yeah. I have a full playground to play in now in terms of like just building a body of work, and so I'm just very excited to move forward.
No, I agree, and I think like she said, more so keeping the focus on the movie, continue to promote it. We have a lot of projects coming up, but definitely don't want this one to go like forgotten. You know what I'm saying? I think it's a strong film, and I think that is our main priority to keep promoting it and keep giving it its glory that it deserves.